How's it going, everyone? Back with another video, and today we're doing some more APA 7 format tutorials and talking about in-text citations. Okay, now in-text citations refer to the way that we're giving credit to authors and resources that we're using to support our original ideas throughout our own paper or work. Okay, so in the paper that you're writing for your graduate program, these are going to really essentially be scattered throughout the entire paper because you're going to be drawing from a ton of different sources to support your own ideas and make arguments for the things that you're trying to talk about. So being able to do that effectively keeps you from plagiarizing things and gives people credit for the work that they've done as well. And I typically say that if you're really not sure if you should be adding a citation, then just add it. It's better to have too many than too few. Don't get crazy with that idea, but really that it's really hard to go wrong. And we definitely don't want to plagiarize or steal other people's work. Okay. So in the past, I've talked about a couple of resources that I like to use. I'm still regularly using Purdue's online writing lab, which is a very good resource that talks a lot about in-text citations. Today, I am showing you guys Grand Canyon University's resources as well. Both of these are available to anybody, not just students enrolled in these universities. I'll put links to these in the videos, but they have a pretty good comprehensive kind of guidelines here on doing a lot of this APA 7 formatting, specifically in-text citations for us today. Okay, so for today, I've got this sample article that I'm using. This is an article that was published in Headache, the American Headache Society's journal in 2013. A little bit older, and depending on your assignment requirements, maybe you would not be able to use this resource. However, this article is still relevant, talking about peripheral nerve blocks and treatment of headaches, which is beside the point because it's just some sample article here that we're going to use. Okay, so specifically, there's this, they say here that peripheral nerve blocks are safe and effective for treating headaches. So I took that and I just paraphrased it in my own words on this Word document here. So I wrote, peripheral nerve blocks can be a very effective option for the management of headaches in the outpatient setting because they are safe and well tolerated. Okay, this is not my idea. I did not do the research. I don't have experience per se as a student, right, to say, hey, I'm an authority on this. So this is an idea I've gotten from somebody else. However, maybe I'm writing a paper on headache management and I want to talk about that. So I'm going to refer to these individuals who, and these guys are all big headache professionals, okay, headache specialists. So this is a good group of people that you want to be referring to. Anyway, so these are our authors here, lots of authors. So we're going to go to our resource here and we're going to go to paraphrasing, and it's going to tell us what are we going to do, how are we going to do this for somebody, a source that has more than 3 authors, right? Because that's our situation here. So I'm going to click on that and it's going to give me the guidelines for that. I'm going to use only the first author's name with et al. And the year. I may include 2 authors if for some reason I have like 2 Johnsons like it shows here. I would do Johnson-Peterson to differentiate it from the Johnson-McGuire article in the same paper. That's not my situation. So I'm just going to do this format here. So we're going to go back here. So the author is Andrew Blumenfeld. He's the first author on this. And so I'm going to do parenthesis. I'm going to do Blumenfeld et al. And then period, comma, and then 2013, and then close parenthesis, and then my punctuation goes after that, okay? And this is now an idea, or this is a sentence that I can use in my paper where I'm using somebody else's idea. It doesn't like my comma there, that's fine. And I'm not stealing anybody's idea. I'm using it fairly, giving them credit, and that's perfectly fine. Now, another way I could do this, I could say Blumenfeld et al. Period, comma, or period, there's comma, and then I do 2013, states that, I'll just take the same thing here because now I'm still paraphrasing, right? This is still my words. They're my words, but they're their ideas. So that comma does not go there. Yeah, see, and sometimes I just refer back to this because I can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. But so this comma does not go here, right there, okay? So this is another way of doing it. And this will just depend, both of these are correct. And this will just depend on stylistically what you think works best in your paper. However you want to do that, you'll start developing that. But you do need to make sure that you're doing these correctly, because formatting is such an easy place to lose easy points. You shouldn't be missing these points, but you'll get docked for them because it's incorrect, okay? So in like most, like 95, 99% of cases, you really should just be paraphrasing, okay? That means taking that person's idea, putting it into your own words, giving them credit, and then plugging it into your paper, because that allows you to employ your own style and use it very flexibly however you think you want to use that idea, okay? In some cases, you may want to do a direct quote. I'm just going to tell you, you don't have to use direct quotes, so just don't. In my opinion, there's only a few instances where using direct quote is a good idea. If an author says something or words something so fantastically or greatly that it's so impactful that you really can't think of a better way, or you can't really communicate that, the essence of that or the feeling of that, and you just think their words are so great, then maybe that's the time to use a direct quote. But I would say that in most cases, don't do that, okay? But I'm going to show you how to do it anyway, okay? So we're going to go back to our article here. We're going to take the same, we're just going to take anything really. So because we're just copying and pasting here when it comes to direct quotes, and it's not letting me do that how I want. There we go. So I'm going to copy this sentence here. I'm going to paste it here, okay? It doesn't like my formatting. Oh my gosh. Why did it do all this? Okay. So this is the exact quote from this article, okay? So these are not my words, and it's not my idea. I'm taking all of this, so I have to put it in quotation marks, okay? And then I have to give the author's credit. Now, when you are also quoting, another maybe reason to not use quotes is because it's a little bit more work. You actually have to include the page number, okay, when you're doing direct quotes. So right here in GCUs, you hit on quotations, and then you go quotes with page number, and it's going to tell you how to do this, okay? So in our situation, we have a direct quote, we have the quotation ending, and then we have the parentheses with the author, et al., period, comma, year, page, and parentheses, okay? So we would be Blumenfeld, et al., period, comma, 2013, comma, page, I don't know, page 438, close parenthesis, period. And actually, yeah, I didn't do that right. So you got to go page is P period, page, okay. And that's it. That's how you do that. Again, you could do it in a few different ways, where you could work this quote in some other way. Again, my suggestion is don't use quotes. Now, whenever you're doing an in-text citation, these, whatever resources you have that you're using, they do need to be listed at the end of your paper under the resources list, which I'll do a separate video on compiling that list. But be sure that that syncs up, because that's a mistake I often see. When I'm grading papers, I will go and see, is every single one of these correlating to a listing in the resource and vice versa. If they don't match up, then those are missed points. Those are points that you didn't do that right. But in-text citations, it's not that difficult. Use these resources. Once you start doing it often, you'll start mastering it, not thinking about it too much. But referring to the resource is always super easy as well. And it's a place where it's easy to miss points that we really shouldn't be missing. So I hope that was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one.